everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be talking about the Kahawa Ya Congo. I probably really butchered that, but I just bought these pods like a week ago. I think they finally brought the pods back permanently is what I'm hearing. I have never heard of these pods before. Again, I've only had my Nespresso machines for probably like 6 months now, but I think that they had this pod before like sometime last year, and then now it's coming back and they announced that it'll be permanently. So it's not limited edition. You guys can go out and buy it hopefully later on, and I don't believe it's sold out right now as of the time I'm filming for this video. So if you guys like my reviews today, feel free to go and get it yourself. But I'm gonna be real, I still haven't tried these, okay? I still haven't tried these, and I'm excited to. They're right at the intensity that I like. Usually I like a 5 or a 6. The Virtuo is supposed to be an intensity 6, and the original line is supposed to be intensity 7. Of course, other than the intensity differences, of course, we have different cup size differences, different brewing, I guess, extraction differences. One is going to be the centrifuging system that's going to make an 8-ounce cup of coffee about. And the original line, of course, has a bar pressure system, and this one's going to be just an ounce of espresso. So concentrated espresso versus an 8-ounce cup. I will say, in reading the descriptions on the website anyway, I apologize, I don't have the box with me anymore. I have taken them all out of the box and threw the boxes away. But they did say that for both of these, it's literally the same sweet cereal and nutty aroma, like the smell, and then the taste is supposed to be sort of like smooth, but also like mildly fruity. So I don't know. I've heard some people say it's very earthy. I think I even saw the box say it was pretty earthy, so I'm interested to see how this is going to taste, okay? Usually I'm not a huge fan of earthy coffee, but if it's complex enough, we'll be okay with it. Additionally, if I recall correctly on the box, I think they said this could be an espresso or a lungo. So if TJ's interested in having a cup of coffee, which I'll check with him, maybe I'll brew another one for you guys as a lungo, and then I'll just kind of make a red eye or a black eye or something like that with this pod, and then later on putting this into it so we don't waste any coffee, okay? But it is the afternoon. I do need to pick me up. I had a coffee this morning, definitely need another one. So let's go and brew that. I think I'm gonna try this 8-ounce one first, and I'm gonna try it hot, because that's how they recommend right now. Okay, so I just got done brewing the 8-ounce Virtuo cup of the Kahawa Ya Congo. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, look at that fluffy little crema. That's so freaking cute. And while I was brewing, I don't know if you guys saw in that little snippet that I just put in there, but it was very fluffy. I don't know if it's just because of my machine or the freshness of the coffee or what it was, but it looked really appetizing, really yummy. So it's pretty hot right now, but I'm gonna try it and give you guys a decent review. So okay, so I'm gonna be real. Not really getting that sweet and nutty aroma per se. Like I don't really smell anything on this coffee in particular. But when drinking it, I can definitely get a little bit more of an acidic and fruity aftertaste as it's like washing down my palate. So I do think that they were spot on in terms of the fruity flavor. And honestly, this is not a bad cup of coffee to drink plain. I've had, y'all already know, like I'll make a face. This is definitely not a bad cup to drink plain. And I'm sorry if y'all disagree, if I'm leading you astray, if you gotta try it black like this, but I do think it tastes pretty good. Would I prefer it drinking it black every day? Absolutely not. Y'all already know I do enjoy my syrups. I do enjoy my milks and creamers, whatever it may be. So if you guys do like a good cup of coffee, this is very medium roast. I enjoy it. And I'm interested to see how this is going to taste iced, because I usually don't like a lighter roast iced coffee. I like a nice medium or darker roast for my iced coffee, just so the coffee taste and the coffee flavor doesn't dissipate when I do add my milks and sugars. I do enjoy the taste of coffee. So I'm interested to see how this is gonna do ice, and I'll make a recipe with that after I try the original line. But not really getting too much of an earthy taste from this either, in case y'all were wondering. Not too earthy, just kind of like just fruity in the back, and that's all I have to say. It's not too dark, it's not too light, very medium. I mean, I guess like it's no more earthy than coffee would be. I've had some pretty earthy tasting coffees, and I think this does a pretty good job of being a plain medium roast with a nice little hint of acidity or fruitiness in the back. So kind of like a wine taste almost in the back is what it tastes like. So it's really good. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to move on to the original line. So let's get to it. Okay, I've just brewed one of the Congo espresso pods, so let's give it a taste. Okay, by far, definitely more acidic, definitely a lot roastier tasting than the brew that we just had. However, it's not bad. I do like it. It's a little complex. I feel like I might have had coffees or espresso pods that taste like this in other pods, so I don't think it's like a new type of flavor or anything that cool, but I do think it's a good pod. It's not bad at all. Yeah, that it's like a nut. It's like it's almost like a nice complex acidity right as it hits your tongue. It's really weird and it's kind of good. I feel like I drink these type of espresso pods in the Zone or something like that. They have a whole line with the more Italian espressos. All of them kind of have that weird like acidic taste right as it hits your palate, and I honestly really like that. I think it's a little bit different, a little bit weird, but it's good. I don't really know. I'm not really getting a lot of fruitiness. I guess in like the acidity, I get some fruitiness, but it's definitely more roasty and earthy than the brew. So if you're not a big fan of like roasty flavors, don't get this. If you have both machines, definitely go for the Virtuo line if that's the case. I like both. I think that these are both successes. I don't think that they're like novel new types of coffee, but I do think that they're pretty good, and I would probably buy them again, especially for the Reviving Origins line. I think this is a hit, you know. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna make a lungo version of that pod as well, just to see how it tastes, because I do recommend it like that, and then we're gonna come up with some recipes. Okay. Okay, so I brewed the lungo in my cute little egg mug that I got in the advent calendar, so I'm really excited for this, but definitely a lot more volume, so let's see how the extraction differs here. Definitely not. Definitely not. I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to put that down. Yeah, so on my little rating scale, let's do this. The brew, definitely gonna be like, for me, an 8 out of 10. I really like that one. I could see myself using it for a lot of iced coffees. Definitely like more like intense than like Melozio or some of the other ones. But I think that would be a good in between like Stormio or like Intenso or something like that versus like all the lighter ones for iced coffee. And like I said, I like a medium roast for iced coffee. So that's going to be a good one for me. The espresso, the original espresso, definitely like, I would say a 7.5. I really like that one. I could pair it with a lot of things and be just fine with it. Again, I don't mind a darker espresso if it's complex, and I think that has just a little hint of complexity to make it good enough to put in a lot of drinks. The lungo I just tried, like that just tastes like watered down dirt, y'all. I don't know. It lost a lot of the complexity that I enjoyed with the single espresso pod, and it doesn't have that nice little oomph that the brew does. So I wouldn't recommend it as a lungo. That's just me. I give that lungo like a 3 or a 4. And definitely not it. Let's do 3.5. Let's give it that half a point, okay? 3.5, definitely not my favorite. I just don't like very watered down coffee, which is why I had the hyper chiller and all that other stuff to avoid that happening, because that's what it tastes like. It tastes like a watered down coffee, which probably exactly what it is. It's watered down espresso as a lungo, but I was just really hoping they could adjust for that and make it like, you know, it just kind of tastes like a weak decaf coffee taste that you get at like a restaurant after dinner, which, you know, me too. I don't mind doing that with a dessert. No hate to those who do that, but if I'm gonna pay for it, like big dollars for a sleeve of it, definitely not gonna have that lungo as my treat every single day. So yeah, those are my ratings, and we're gonna take a short intermission for me to make a few little recipes. Okay, I'm so excited, and I'll be right back at you guys. Okay, so I cleaned up my space, let my coffee chill a little bit, and then I put it over ice with a little concoction that I made up. So I think because it was like, you know, fruity and stuff, I wanted to kind of accentuate that with this almond syrup that I have. I used a couple pumps of the sugar-free almond syrup from Torani and a couple pumps of the sugar-free caramel syrup from Jordan Skinny Syrups, topped with just like a tablespoon or 2 of this Nut Pods, like sugar-free caramel creamer. And I think it tastes pretty good. The color's nice. Yeah, I will be the first to admit, not crazy about the almond flavor whatsoever. Honestly, kind of hate it. But when I mix it with like things like caramel or vanilla, definitely tastes a lot better and not like almond and floral and whatever screaming in my face. So definitely tastes really good with this pod. Would highly recommend that. Again, if you have any recommendations for syrups, check out my syrup video, or, you know, use my Jordan Skinny Syrups discount code, and you guys can get 10% off your first order of Jordan Skinny Syrups. But this is really good. Highly recommend. I made something for TJ. He's gonna try it with the lungo. By the way, I used a big cup of coffee with this, the 8-ounce one, mixed with one of the shots that we used from the Congo that we were trying. So we'll get TJ to try his, and he'll give his review. Okay, so for the other recipe, I apologize, TJ's a little bit tall for me. Again, only 4'11", not ideal. But for TJ's recipe, I decided to do more of a pistachio latte. I mixed my sugar-free pistachio syrup from Jordan Skinny Syrups, like 2 pumps of that with like 1 pump of the brown butter syrup that I have from Torani, which is really good, by the way. I decided to invest in it. And then a little bit, like the equivalent of like 1 pump of the white mocha sauce that I have from Torani to make a little bit of a nice pistachio sauce going. So let me know how you like it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
I think it accentuates the floral flavor of the lungo. I mean, didn't really have much of one. I used the lungo for that because y'all already know I wasn't touching it. TJ thought it was okay.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the correct terminology, but it tastes pretty light to me.
Yeah, see, that's the issue. Yeah, exactly what I was talking about. I think the lungo, especially when putting it over ice, is a little bit too light for us, and we like our ice drink. So if you're having it hot, I think you could just do like a little bit of creamer and you'd be fine. But for ice, you know, we like to bop it up, and it's just not it. It's not it for us. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Not bad whatsoever, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I can drink this.
Yeah, it's drinkable. Will you enjoy drinking it? Could be debated. Okay. Thank you, TJ, for making a star appearance on my channel, and I'm so happy that I got to review these pods for you guys. Let me know how you like them in the comments below. I don't know if you guys have already tried them. I literally bought them the day that Nespresso sent out the email, but I haven't gotten a chance to review them until now. I've been so busy, so I apologize. But if you've been thinking about buying them and haven't committed to it yet, hope this gave you a little bit of a key as to whether you should or not. I say go for it. I really like them. But if you're not very into like the whole acidic, fruity, kind of just a smidge earthy, roasty coffee, maybe gear away towards it. Also, if you try this pod in any other recipes that you really like, please let me know. I think it's very versatile, but I really wanted to accentuate some of the fruity flavor, so I use these. And I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Okay, I will see you guys in the next couple weeks. Bye, guys.